It's week 1 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Seahawks and the Panthers coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo, their rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last.
He's got him in, complete. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Oh, good move. And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing now is Geno. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be out of bounds Browns taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Smith. Complete to Zacchaeus. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Here's Walker. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
Walker is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Now Smith on third and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Myers' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a first and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Second and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 27. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on third and 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Panthers add 6 to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. First and 10. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Smith. pass complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. To throw is Smith.
He'll get that to Charbonnet.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down. Gino now to throw.
Connection made with Chenault. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
DK Metcalf.
61 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now fourth down.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over first and 10.
Now Gino.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he goes out right around the 39. A first down screen pass, good for 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Smith now to throw.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Taking it about the 16.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
1 second, all that remains.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson. J.J. to J.J. hooking up on a touchdown pass. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Caleb Williams has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Cedric Tillman, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Here's Smith.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks taking it right down Broadway. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble. touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
He's got his tight end down the field. That's Sanders.
23 yards the pickup there.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith.
Man open downfield. It's Metcalf.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
3rd down and 13.
Here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 1. From the gun, it's Walker.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now Smith.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Still going.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
DK Metcalf.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
It's caught by Sanders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now here's Michael Dixon. as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
So now the Panthers down by a field goal, 2:12 to play. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's 1st and 10. Smith to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a 1st down, but the tackle comes in bounds. Smith. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Smith's going to throw it.
Complete to Zacchaeus. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Smith. He completes this to Walker.
Oh, some strong running. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
This is 1st and 10.
One last throw here for Smith.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Panthers, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, can I drop your bag, sass? I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. To these Billy Trump cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm testing. My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I'm made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my name is Jumper up a pump, boy, I bump. In that Billy Strunk, he ain't know, he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm dealing with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the smiles on the ops with a plow. They all in the sewers, the south in the clouds. I'ma stay down to the sound, to the sound, to the sound. On the floor, to the steps, bill cuts, with the pants and the steps, got no paper, told him quit the pocket, watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes, schizophrenic with the bag, listen to the money, nigga praying every day, glad to say I was broke, tell him battle, now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill, just to keep the pants up, only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing, all my real ones notice me go riding for his unit, 53, I'm throwing up, they see the chain, I keep it tough, say she feeling little nigga, try love, say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as seen his head squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump